stairs.
Reaction, Zane will attack.
Yep. I mean, he took the disengage action.
Oh, did he? Okay, then I won't attack.
Yeah. So he makes it somewhat up the spiral staircase.
Mindatus tries to tackle him before he gets away.
No.
Aww.
Well, if he's disengaged, I don't know if Mindatus can.
Mindatus, right? You can run after him if you like, yeah.
Yes, Mindatus will try and run after him.
And so, all right. So you're heading towards the spiral staircase.
Yes.
All right. Well, you make it to the bottom of the spiral staircase, and you just see his fleeing body circling around the stairs ahead of you. Ivor, what are you going to do?
He will use bonus action to cause the same heat damage that he's still concentrating on.
Yep. No, because you can't see it. Or can you continue to do it if you stop being able to see it? Choose a manufactured metal object that you can see within range.
That's to start the spell, but then it says until the spell ends.
Have one more go at it. That's all right. That's 16.
16 full damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Sorry, it's Askin's turn.
Yep. Okay. Well, so far as anyone knows, he's still running. Zane.
So I don't see any of him trailing around the staircase. He's gone from my field of view.
Yeah.
If I move my some 30 feet speed, do I see the bottom of him from any edge?
No. He's up the stairs.
And how far away is Mindatus? Is he where I am, or is he further ahead?
Mindatus is at the base of the staircase.
And am I at the base?
You are now, yes.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to dash. So I haven't used my action yet. So I'll go another 30 feet. But I will stop if I come within view of Askin.
Okay. All right. No, you get you get further up the.
I'll stop and say
quite a long staircase.
Okay.
What's the proper word for it?
Like a steep staircase?
Tall. No, it's
tall.
Just.
All right. If I can't see him at that point, I'll turn around and say he's gone and we're pretty rough. What do you guys want to do?
All right. Mindatus?
Yeah, I'll agree with Zane that down here is not exactly very secure. Where do you want to go?
If I can talk, is it my turn or should Ivor?
Yeah, we'll you're out of initiative now.
All right. I'll say, given that this is the way that Vasken went, it's either the way out or the way to reinforcements. Maybe we should check this room out, see if there's anything here that might be able to heal us, because I don't have any more healing potions left.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm Jack too, says Ivor. We'll search the room for anything loose.
Okay. So in searching the room, you find a piece of paper on top of the desk, and it reads, "Welcome to Worsley's intricate dungeon. the ideal place to carry out your plans for domination and destruction. Hold your foes prisoner. Cackle at their displeasure. Ultimate vengeance can be yours at a price. That's all it says.
Is this a mail order dungeon?
Does it have fine print in Cyrillic? Does it look like it came from Russia?
No, it has a kind of glossy tone to it. It certainly, it certainly has the look of marketing paraphernalia.
Is there maybe like a company address that would indicate the location that we are in?
Nothing quite so convenient as that, no.
I'm gonna. You said there was a desk there that the wizard was sitting.
Yes.
I'm gonna check the drawers,
Yep.
and just
The
see
drawers
if
are
there's any. Okay, so there's nothing here. All right, I'm gonna suggest that we make our exit up the stairs, and then I'm gonna also say to Ivar, once we're safely at a safe distance, maybe you should cast that bonfire cantrip into this place. Maybe the guy will lose his deposit.
Okay. And is that what's going to happen?
Unless I'm going to start going up the stairs.
All right.
Ivar will follow.
Righto. Mendatus, I take it you're leaving as well, are you? So the staircase goes up and up and up, but eventually you see daylight coming through above you, and you find yourself in a very small room with a door that has been left ajar, and you can hear the sounds of of the hubbub of the city beyond. Need to turn your mic on.
Sorry. Is there anything of note in the room? I just want to check the room with Zane.
No, it is a very plain room. It's only about 15 feet by 15 feet. The single dominating feature of it is the top of the staircase.
I will nod to Ivar, who will leave us for a little time. You go back down the stairs, and we will wait probably about 30 seconds with intermittent whooshing sounds being able to be heard up the stairs as he walks back out and closes the door behind him. The look of profanity on his face. And I will move to exit.
Okay. You find yourself canal side at an unknown part of a place you assume to be Port Draz.
Hey!
Hey.
Is this Jeff talking or someone else?
No, it's just a general acclaim of...
Okay, good.
It's
I
me.
thought-
It's...
We made it.
Yeah. I set up that dungeon for you. Yes.
No, I just thought you maybe were like a fisherman by the canals and stuff. That was your entry.
So you emerge, and an old woman sits on a bench near the door from which you've emerged and looks up at you and sees your bedraggled state and just starts chuckling to herself and then mutters, they got another one.
I bite my tongue as I want to say something. I motion that we should probably leave this area pretty quickly, just as a whisper, for the only two people who should be able to hear.
Say that again. Sorry, that wasn't very clear.
Oh, sorry. So what I want to bite back a retort to the old lady because I don't want to waste time, given that we just committed arson. and I whisper to the other two that we should probably leave as quickly as we can. Get some ye-old medical attention.
Righto. Where are you going to go?
Are there any boats on the canal, the river?
Yeah.
Oh, we will hail one down then,
Yes.
and say take us to the nearest bathhouse,
The nearest bathhouse.
if there is such a thing in Portraz, or its similar cousin.
Yeah, sure. The boat woman says, "Yeah, sure. 5 coppers."
I'll throw out 15. Well, gently. I'm being polite about it,
Okay.
but I'll take out 15.
All right. And she takes you to a place which is next door to the roasted lamb eating house in 5 ways, because it is, you realise, in 5 ways that you've emerged. And the roasted lamb eating house being a somewhat fine establishment as far as inns go in Port Draz. There is a bathhouse nearby for the use of its patrons and anyone else who's prepared to pay. The cost of which will be 2 silver pieces per person.
I offer to pay for the party. Ivor immediately accepts.
Righto. Mendatus, are you going to have a bath?
Yes.
Jolly good.
Okay, I'll pay 6 silver, and then we'll ensue a 3-man version of that Rocky montage on the beach.
Okay. Very good. You emerge refreshed and somewhat smelling, sweeter smelling than you went. It's now, once you emerge, it's around about 2 p.m.
I'm gonna suggest that we find somewhere to rest and sleep, and we can think about food maybe later. What do you think, Mendatus?
Yeah, I think taking a break and getting our bearings is probably a good idea.
All right, so we'll walk into the adjoining tavern then.
Going into the roasted lamb eating house?
Yeah. Do they have? Does it look like it has rooms, or is it just an eating house?
No, it's predominantly known for its fine cuisine, but it is also an inn.
Then I will go up to the front to whoever looks like they're in charge and go.
Let's call them the maitre d'. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that this place is so fine it has someone akin to a maitre d'.
Okay. If it was that fine, I would have gone into my pack and then after the bathhouse put on my fine clothes.
Jolly good.
And then tried to clean up my bag as best as possible so it doesn't look all dusty and bloody.
Yes.
And then I would have gone up to the maitre d' and go, "You there? Do you have any spare rooms?"
And before he is able to respond, he looks over his shoulder at the sounds of crashing behind him, and you looking over see 2 figures engaged in a fist fight.
Is this where I come in?
This is where look. Let's not jump the gun here. So you see, there's people have pulled back from this fist fight. But what you can see is, so you and in pulling back, you see a small stage in one corner of the room, and there's a half elf bard who looks somewhat distressed and is not playing at the moment. She's looking on as this dwarf starts beating into someone who would like to think that they're giving as good as they're getting, but the truth is they are taking a hammering and scene.
So you said there was a dwarf involved?
There is a dwarf involved in beating up what appears to be a human. What you can make of their face through the blood.
So whilst with the maitre d', and this interrupts us, Ivar starts to inch forward. I want to grab him by the back of his top, whatever he's wearing, and be like, not tonight. And look over to the maitre d' and go, so about that room?
The maitre d' says, at the moment I'm a bit preoccupied. Look, you look like you're toughs. Can you just go and sort this out for me?
All right, we'll discuss price later, and I'll walk off in a huff, pushing along Ivar this time, who's like kind of like a dog, kind of like on the chain, who's finally been unleashed. Trots ahead.
Okay.
Does the human and the dwarf appear to be? What are their genders?
They're both blokes.
Okay. I'll walk up and put out my hands, kind of like peacefully, peaceably, and say, "Boys, what's the trouble here?"
This bloody fucker doesn't seem to like the fine lady's music. I'm just giving him a piece of my mind.
All right. Well, I think a piece has been given. How about we all calm down? I'll buy us a round of drinks and let's discuss musical tastes.
All right, as long as this
How about
this little fuck doesn't stay here, he can get the hell out of here.
don't split the party? That was David's piece.
We haven't even got a party yet.
The guy looks up and sort of motions like this and says, "No more, no more. I'll go."
All right. I'll look at him and say,
drag and
piss
pick
off.
himself up and hobble out of the venue.
And maybe next time you won't insult a fine bar's music.
I'm gonna look at him, and despite the day I've had, I'm gonna chuckle a little and just be like, "Let me get you that drink."
Much
I'm gonna
appreciated.
Go over. As we walk, I'll clap my hand on his back if he lets me, and I'll say, "Name's Zane. Who am I speaking to?"
First off, mind the coat. Secondly, name's Barrack. Barrack Iron Fist.
Barry. Okay.
Well met there, Iron Fist. Or do you prefer Barrett?
Ah, Barrack is fine. Why don't, seeing as we've caused enough trouble here, why don't the nice lady over there comes join us for a drink? You know, after all, I did cause a bunch of trouble at her behest, and it doesn't look like she's playing anymore.
Yeah. Carry on.
Hey,
Feel free to
Bard!
ask her.
Come over. Get yourself a drink.
Well, I suppose I could take a break.
Sounds
so the
good to
manager
me.
comes up and says, "All right, look, thanks for sorting that out. How about you? We'll put lunch on the house for you." Pointing to Zane and Ivar and Mindaris. He looks over at Barak and says, As for you, you'll be getting a bill for the damage. That these chairs aren't cheap. You shouldn't have smashed one over his head. But you know, I suppose he was being unruly, and I don't know how he got in. Frankly, he's well known to be a local drunk, and he ought to be over in Dockside, not here in Five Ways. But you know, there's not a lot we can do about that. Now, you were saying you needed some rooms. Is that right?
I'd interrupt myself to go, you smashed a chair over that guy? Yeah, I do. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to share a room, or do you want your own rooms? And I'll talk amongst Ivar and me.
But notice just because I just want food.
I'm a bit worried because my tummy's still a bit funny the last time I ate.
I rise from my drink and tell the maitre d' that it won't be necessary for the dwarf to pay anything. I'm sure he'll be able to return the favour.
Okay. Why don't you see how persuasive you are on that?
Let's have a look. What is it? Exclamation mark?
Yes. What's your persuasion modifier?
My persuasion modifier is something like +7. Hang on, I'm just bringing up my character.
Yes, it is. You're quite persuasive. He says, "Yeah, look, okay, all right. I suppose we can let him off. He was doing a service for us. No worries.
That other guy was no end of trouble. It's good that he's
True.
gone.
It's true. It is good that he's gone, and everybody gestures to the clientele now return to their conversations and their meals. It says everybody's much happier for his departure. So sure, I'll allow it.
Excellent. Now, can we all have some drinks? Have we got some drinks? We need some more drinks.
He says, "Yeah, okay, more drinks. All right, but none of the fancy stuff." He looks over at the barkeep and says, "Just some standard ale for these guys. I'm sure they're going to be ordering a meal soon."
Oh, well, I think after the ordeal I've been through, I deserve something a little harder than ale.
He says, "You are playing for your keep. Don't get sassy with me."
I bring quite a few customers in.
See how persuasive you are.
What's the
So
command?
you roll
Exclamation point R, and then space D20.
And then plus whatever my persuasion is.
Yes.
That's right.
That didn't work. I'm
Exclamation.
not set up yet.
That's all right. There you go.
There you go.
Did work.
Just took a second.
Oh, damn.
Got a lot of fun.
He bows down and
He says, it's true. Your performance today has been incredible, and prior to this guy disrupting it, everybody was taking great delight, and the music you were playing could be heard on the street, and many people came in. If we weren't already full, we would have had the same number of customers twice over. So by all means, have some Sarandoran wine on the house.
Thank you.
Sarandoran wine, by the way, is renowned throughout the world as being the finest wine in the known world.
Excellent, thank you.
Can I show you a menu?
Got any bread?
Yes.
Mendatus wants a menu.
So you're handed a menu, and there are a range of fine delicacies on order. There is a dragon turtle steak, which is quite expensive. There is a plate of owl bear liver and kidney, and a range of other similar meals on board. Feel free to order a meal if you would so desire, the maitre d' says. Today's special is hippogriff rum.
That is a waste of a hippogriff.
Well, we have a refined clientele here who are prepared to pay for exotic meals, and we are here to provide them.
Mendatus looks over the menu, finds the most expensive thing and orders it.
That'll be dragon turtle steak, and it will cost you 10 gold pieces.
He's fine with that. He wants his dragon turtle, so his dragon turtle steak.
I'll say make that 2. And while ordering, do you have any sort of harder liquor available?
Yes, we do. We've got a range of spirits from near and far. I don't know how refined your palate is. If it's very refined, you probably won't enjoy the Porogarth. Sorry, I'm just. Porogarth whiskey. It's made by orcs, so it's not for the refined palate, but it is very strong. Alternatively, we have some dwarven vodka. Let's call it vodka for the ease of understanding. Which is also quite strong, but somewhat more easy on the tongue.
Normally, I enjoy a wide variety, including some more refined flavors, but that orc whiskey actually sounds like it might do the trick. This is more medicinal than enjoyment. Could I get one of the Porogarth whiskies and also a tankard of one of your ales?
Sure, you've got a tankard of standard ale on the house already, but if you want to know, then
I'll just take that one then. So yeah, a Porogarth whiskey, please.
Porogarth whiskey, no worries. That'll be 4 gold pieces.
Okay, so I drop him 14 for the meal and for the whiskey, and when the whiskey comes, I will drop, if it's small enough, I will drop that right into my tankard.
Okay. Yep, you do that. Anyone else ordering food while we're here?
Can I have some bread and a glass of water, please?
Bread and a glass of water. Well, yes, I suppose. He doesn't look happy about it.
Bring me some of that dwarven vodka.
Okay, very good. So
And
The bread here is really excellent.
what is?
The bread.
bread. It is excellent bread. That's true. That's true.
And sorry about the chair. Just
It's
when someone can't appreciate fine bagpipes, it's it really riles me up the wrong way.
yeah. All right. So you sit down for your meal. The dragon turtle steak smells fantastic and tastes almost as good. And you're taking in the ambiance of the area. You can see through the windows, you can see the bustling trade of the Five Ways trading area in front of you. So there's the Five Ways trading pool really is an open waterway into which 5 canals join, and in that in the trading pool, all manner of goods are being sold, bought and sold, and it's really the kind of a floor for warehouses in the area. So pontoons sit across the whole of the pool, and people travel from pontoon to pontoon to inspect goods and then place orders for large quantities of goods to be sent down to Little Mist, or they might be being, or they may have come from Little Mist, or from Dovran's Gift, and from all over Metzu, some as far as Sarandor. And once those orders are placed, then either birds or there are cables that come crisscross the pool from various buildings, and small children and goblins, even Kenku, sort of use these cables like flying foxes to travel across the Five Ways trading pool into the warehouses and to process orders and so forth. So it's a hive of activity, and there are a number of places such as this where people come to drink and eat, and just taking the bustle of the trade that takes place there. And for the majority of the day, it runs from dawn till dusk, and that's just the trading component of what happens at Five Way. There's of course a lot of movement and of cargo barges and so forth during the night when the trade has died down. So you spend a good hour or so eating your meal and taking in what's going on around you, both inside and out of Roasted Lamb Eating House. It's noisy. There's music. There's hubbub. What's next? Well, you need to turn your mic on is what's next.
Sorry.
But feel free to, over the late lunch, have a conversation amongst yourselves whilst I go and make tea. Introduce yourselves, that kind of thing.
I suppose I should preface this out of character.
Yes.
My character's weapon is instrument is bagpipes. So enjoy.
Oh, it really is bagpipes.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh no. Okay.
Nice.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, yep, that's it.
Right. Okay. And dwarf.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about yourself. I like the way you handle yourself there.
Yeah, me too.
First into the fight.
Oh, you know how it is. Sometimes some people just need a beating. Well, it's good to see you lot, actually. I don't know who you are, but Bard vaguely met by listening. But you three, seems I was looking forward to a bit more of a group, but someone who knows someone who knows someone sent me to come wait for you. Apparently you went missing, and some higher ups at Nine Eyes have got an eye on you lot. So
Rowley has given me no such clear instruction. I don't even know what the context of my character being here.
You were just enjoying a meal and listening to music, and we pulled
I
you
was
in.
just, I was
We
just loving
sequestered
Enjoy the
you.
meal, Jeff.
I'm here for the bagpipes.
That's right.
Oh, you can be like the #1 fan, like on the edge of like creepy for this Bard character.
I'm actually suspicious of the Bard because I've never met another person with charisma, and I think it's got to be an illusion of some kind.
Well,
but yeah, I'm
Yeah, you
known
mentioned
to yeah, someone from someone's keeping. Apparently, it's got you guys have done someone a favor at some point. So I was told to
I
come
know
find
someone
you.
real well.
At this point,
I
I'm
figured
going
I'd
to
come
the
wait.
same backstory.
How long have we been missing?
Yeah, that's my next question.
You've only been out of action for a day. A little bit more than a day because the amount of time that the sedative to wear off.
So Barrack, has someone been keeping tabs on us? It's for them to react so quickly.
Oh, I don't know. All I heard was a bunch of you lot just fucking collapsed into your meals and got secreted away. And like I said, don't know the details. Someone told someone, told someone, told someone, and here I am.
Well, here we are too.
So you're picking fights while you're supposed to be working.
You know how it is.
I think it's the same thing for his character.
Yeah.
All I see is a multitasker in front of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm quite familiar with the Nine Eyes as well. Do you have any other work now that we're here? Otherwise, we could probably offer you some lucrative positions that would be probably Nine Eyes endorsed.
I got nothing on the plate at the moment, but you know, as long as I'm.
Why can I only see Jeff?
What's that?
Did you say you can only see Jeff?
You're.
You need to expand.
Oh God!
You need to expand the size of the window.
Yeah, you may have clicked. I clicked on one of the. Okay, cool. So what did you say, Lawrence?
Oh, you know, as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm not pissing off the people in charge, they kind of let me just wander around and make my own way around. So if you guys need some help, I'm more than happy to jump in, especially seeing as someone's got your attention.
I mean, you guys look really banged up.
Yeah, we got really banged up. We actually lost a few friends today, and I'll raise my stein and kind of lose myself for a few seconds. And what's your story, kind sir, with the silver tongue?
Oh, I cast a spell or two.
Don't we all? That's nice.
But if you're
My
looking
brother.
for, if you've got some work, I'd be interested.
Okay, well, that answers my next question, was whether you are looking to give or take some work. So, I don't know about you, Mindatus and Ivar. Oh, what? That's Ivar's leading. But we could always use an extra hand. What do you guys think?
What about Miss Bard over here? I wouldn't mind some bagpipes to accompany our adventures.
I was thinking that too. Speaking of the ladies, where's Arlene, mate?
Hello, Bard.
Oh, sorry, was
No,
that to me? I was
no,
not
that was-
paying
that was-
attention.
That was to Mindatus. Where's Arlene? Arlene is our healer who mysteriously disappeared when we woke up in the dungeon. We haven't seen her since. Probably need to rescue her.
Are any of you damaged?
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we're banged up. We just cleaned ourselves up, but we haven't had a rest yet.
I like. Do you have like actual points of damage?
Yeah, I'm Ivar is like 8 out of whatever his full health is, and I'm at half health. I don't know what Mindatus is at. We're messed up.
Mindatus has like 7 hit points left.
We're all messed up, and none of us have any spell slots left.
Right. I'll cast a healing word on both.
Do you want to roll for that, Jeff?
Okay. What do I? What is it? D4 plus my spell thing, isn't it?
Yep. Your
Okay.
modifier. Yeah.
Where is it? Which bot commands? Okay. D4. Okay, so that's 3 plus. I think it's 7. 3 plus 7. So it's 10 points on each.
There you go.
All
So
right.
that's on which two? There's Ivar, Zane, and Mind.
Who needs it the most?
Do you know what? To be fair, not me. Ivar is on 8, so he probably need it the most. If you healed me for 10, you'd waste 2 because my half health is 12. So don't worry about it. Do Mindatus and Ivar.
Okay, Mindatus and Ivar.
And this is a convenient time to say that Ivar, Mindatus, and Zane each get 2,863 experience points.
Zane floats into the middle of the air and glows, and there's a little subtitle that says it looks like Zane is evolving.
Now I've just got the Pokemon evolution music in my head.
You're welcome.
What was that number again? 2,806.
863.
Woohoo, level 5.
Microphone.
What's your name, kind sir? Thank you for healing us. Sorry.
Microphone.
Jimmy.
Well met, Jimmy.
Iacomus Calidarios is my real name. But around here they call me Jimmy.
It's a strong name.
Thank you. And what are your names? We've already done this, haven't we?
I think we have. I don't know if I heard your name though. But yeah, we all go through our names if we haven't. I assume. I say I'm Zane.
Very good.
And then I'll turn to the bard and go. So I hear from this man over here that your pipes are uh, worthy of defending.
They can do a bit of defending here and there.
What do you do for work? Are you on contract at this place here?
Oh, I'm just staying for a while, playing to earn my.
That's not a rude question. Do you earn a lot as a musician?
Depends on where I play. This place pays me quite well, but I've been paid coppers at other places.
Well, just echoing my friend Mendatis over here. That's some pretty rough days that we just passed through, and some sweet sounding music might ease some of the poor feelings we've been feeling pretty sorry for ourselves. We do pay a bit better than coppers. We go adventuring. Would you be interested?
Perhaps.
There is a thrill seeker element to it. I can't promise you safety.
Oh, it's okay. I can promise my own safety quite well.
I like the cut of your jib. What do you guys think?
Might
And I'll
find
turn
out.
to Ivar. I'll cough Arlene, and then say, well, if you want to come with us, and I'll say this to all three of them, if you want to come with us, we could always use the extra help. We've had some dark days, but hopefully with more able people, we'll be able better to fight what comes our way. Because that's what you do at the pub after a few drinks.
You invite the random strangers.
Yep, we're all friends now. What's your Facebook?
Well, it's quite coincidental that you offer that, as the reason I'm here is because your party came through the village where I used to live and helped us out a few months ago.
Really? What did we do? If you can remind us. We've done a few
Clearly
things.
not enough to be banned from it forever.
Well, you actually helped us. We were kind of inflicted by the ghost of a child, and you helped lay her to rest.
I know this place.
That
It was
village.
the gnome village.
Sporiana.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right. I'll look at the bard one more time, Rowie. And is she gnomish?
No, she's a half elf.
Okay, cool. Yeah. If you want to come along, by all means.
I accept your offer.
Welcome aboard.
Oh, by the way, my name is Neresis.
Okay.
Well met.
Gotta go.
What would you like to do next? Oh, we've lost Mindaris briefly by the looks of things.
I would still really like to sleep.
Okay. So you're going to spend the night at the roasted lamb?
Yeah, we'd probably, if it's still like early afternoon when we first met, I would imagine we would just chit chat until it gets late.
Okay.
Well, that's what I would like to do.
All right. The maitre d' comes back and says, so, during the course of it says, you were after some rooms, I believe.
Still after some rooms. What do you have available?
Well, we have a couple of larger rooms left. Most of our clientele prefer private rooms for just a couple of people, but we do have a couple of large rooms that will house 3 of you per room, and they will be 2 gold pieces each for the night.
Are these large rooms by any chance next to each other or within close area?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Great. We'll take 3, and I'll drop 6 gold.
Okay.
Sorry, before I do that, I'll look at the new guys and go, do you have places to stay? We can
No,
We can
2
offer
gold
you
per
bedding.
person. I'm sorry. 2
Oh,
gold
per
each.
person.
Yes.
No worries.
Oh, per person.
Yes, it's a fine, fine place.
I actually have a room here already,
You do.
so you don't have to worry about me.
Okay, including Ivar, that's 5. Do you guys have places to stay?
Well, I ended up falling asleep in this chair.
Sorry, can't hear you very well, Clayton.
Clayton fell asleep in the chair, or Mindatus did. I will.
Still not bad, either.
We have large enough rooms for like 3 to 4. Sorry. Yeah. So, do you guys, Barrack and Jimmy, do you have places to stay?
I've got somewhere to stay in the city, I presume. The city.
Sure, you've got a hovel.
Okay.
I was kicking around somewhere around here, but I mean, if you're willing to up pay me for a nicer room, I'm willing to accept it.
Well, I'm paying for a room, and if you guys want to join, I'm happy to front the bill for tonight. And I'll drop 2 gold. I'll drop 6 gold for Ivar, myself, and Mindatus, and wait for whether they want to stay as well.
Sounds like an offer too good to refuse, Jeff and Lauren. So you're going to take it up.
I'm in.
All
I'll
right.
drop 4 more gold and 10 gold all up
All right.
to the barkeep.
He says, no problem. Your rooms, he gives you keys to the room and directions to get there. They're ready for whenever you are. So you have a decent night's sleep and you wake refreshed the following morning, unless there's anything in particular you want to do during the night time. Anyone?
I'll probably just be playing to finish off my night at the establishment.
Indeed, you do. Roll for
Dulcet tones of
of the bagpipes.
the romantic bagpipes.